This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. You know I'm a big sports guy. You know, I've played sports all my life, and I've just loved things that we can have competitions with. I wanted to talk more about this. I did a review about a week or so ago on a game that I told you I absolutely love, and it's Tabletop Golf Association. This is probably, and I've had so much fun with this that I brought in a second set that I have up there, and I'm going to be trying to get all the expansions and everything for it. This is a fantastic game. This is probably one of the best sports game I played, and I mean that because it's one of those dexterity games. Like a lot of dexterity games you can have fun with, but it takes you to a certain point. And what happens is you know, there was a cowboy one. It just got, it was okay after a while. The racing game, well, you're just racing, and it didn't, you know, it felt good, but and it was fun, and the tracks were beautiful. Very expensive French game, fine, but it didn't give you the feel. There was the dungeon one. Oh God, I forgot the name of that. Forgive me for that. But Catacombs. There we go. I knew I had to think about it because I would get it in the comments. Fun, but it didn't feel like a dungeon crawl. This feels like golf. This feels like golf. And this game, it takes the rules, adds win. Each tile, which these tiles are absolutely beautiful. Double-sided, wooden, okay? The golf ball rolls on it perfectly. And it's challenging. And it has real golf. And you can hit a whole bunch of bad shots like real golf. And then all of a sudden you hit that one great shot, it'll always keep you coming back. You go, dexterity games, dexterity. No. You'll hit that one shot and it'll just make your day. Today what we're doing is there's 12 golfers that come with the set. They are going to be playing on a par 3 challenge. They're going to be competing against each other randomly. And 6 will move on and 6 will go home. And then next week, we are going to be bringing back a fan favorite on the channel. Yes, the Tiger will be back as we get into the competitive matches of the final 6. Okay, there will be 3 matches, 1 each week, okay, for the next 3 weeks. And we will be playing multiple holes. The winner moves on, and the one with the lowest score out of the 3 matches will get a bye to the championship, which means we'll have one addition. You know, basically this will be 5 weeks long. We are going to have a bunch of different holes. We're going to be very creative. Matter of fact, I had discovered how to make a couple extra. I bought 2 sets so I can make a whole bunch of different types of challenging holes. But to get it down to 6, I just figured a nice fun par 3 because I really wanted to show you this game. I want to show you how beautiful and creative this is. And this is one of those games that I really mean it. When you have somebody like John and his son who put their passion into something, and they have, okay? Regardless of all the trials and tribulations of me getting hold of this game, I have to be honest. You see their passion in this game, and it made me want it even more. And I was going to do whatever it took to get my hands on it, and I waited until I could find it, and I ordered, you know, a couple copies. And for you guys, you don't have to order a couple of copies. You can order 1 copy, and then they have an expansion with 25 more tiles that you can get, and that's all you need. But the quality, the passion, the how smart this is. You know, you think to yourself, wow, why didn't I think of this? And yet, you know, here it is. And it took this long to get something like this. So let's go down, start the challenge. and for those of you who are fans of the Tiger, I would have had him do the commentary this week, but I really wanted to showcase this game and not make it about the Tiger, because the Tiger as a commentator tends to take over the stage. But I want this game to shine this week. Next week, as we continue on, I want to show you how much fun you can have with this, even if you're playing by yourself. Let's go down, start the tournament. I'll see you on the other side of this, and we'll talk more about it. So the way this is going to work, we've got 12 golfers. They're all going to play matches against another opponent, which means we'll have 6 matches. And 6 will move on, and 6 will go home. We're going to be doing this on the par 3 here. Now, I'll explain rules as we go. We're going to be playing, of course, for the Glorious Cup. And over the weeks, we are going to have some matches which will be more than one hole. But because we have 12 golfers and we want to whittle it down to 6, we are going to be just playing one hole. Best score wins. In event of a tie, it'll be closest to the hole from that point. I shuffle up. Each card has a special ability, and our first 2 golfers are going to be right there. And we will play our first match. It's going to be Wendy Waterless versus Lucy Lucky Lou. Each has a very special ability. Now, Wendy Waterless, if she goes into the water, she'll be moved to the closest edge following any kind of adjustment that we'll make, which is on this card here. And she will not receive a one-shot penalty, so she could be a little dangerous here. Lucy is more about the trees. She would go into an adjacent rough, but the trees are here and there. It's really not going to, her ability's not going to play into anything. Lucy's going to be blue and Wendy's going to be red, so let's get our match started. And the way this starts is, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to roll the dice. Well, first we're going to spin to see if there's any kind of, well, there's wind that's coming back towards us. Let's see if there is wind. And there is. So what that means is that when they hit the ball, it's going to come back one full ball length. So if they're there, okay, they're going to come back right there, okay, and that is going to pretty much dictate where they would be. If the wind was stronger on the dice here, because there is one here that blows twice, it would move twice. We also have a sunny, which means that there is no wind at all. So we will do that each match. We have the wind blowing in our face. We're going to roll 1, 2, 3 to see who's going to go first here. From there, we will just determine. And it's going to be Wendy. Wendy's going to go first. Let's see how she does. All right, here we go. And Wendy doesn't have to have too much fear because of the water. And, oh, she goes right off. She goes right off. Unbelievable. Ball too far off. I believe that's going to be a re-hit. Okay, after consulting the rule book, if it goes out of bounds, it's considered a one-stroke penalty and would be brought back in to where it would not be out of bounds. Now, I took a look, and because of the wind, it was still, more of the ball was out of bounds. So now we're going to bring that there, which means that this ball would actually come right to the edge of the green here with a shot penalty. So she will be shooting right here. It would be 3 for a par. Now, you have to use your offhand. What we're going to do here is, because of how difficult this shot is, we're going to try to top it in, and she does, and she pars, believe it or not. And it was because of the water, her advantage with the water, that she was able to par. So she is at a par 3. Now, Lucy Lucky Lou, it's going to be her turn. And let's see if she could fare a little bit better than Wendy, who got lucky because of her ability of waterless. And here we go. Oh, a little bit too little. The penalty for being in sand is that you're going to have to use your thumb on your non-dominant hand. All right, let's. Oh, well, and also I forgot to invoke the penalty for the wind. So the ball's going to go right there. All right. Let's see. This is going to be a very difficult shot. Let's see if Lucy can get in the game here. And oh, just so shy, but right on to the onto the fairway. Should be an easy tap in, which it is. And we are tied at 3 right on our first match. Right on our first match. So in this case, because they tied at a par 3, Lucy and Wendy are going to have closest to the hole. Whoever is closest to the hole is going to win the hole. Since Wendy started off, she will go first. And let's see how Wendy does here. Everybody quiet here. This is a very tense moment. Playoff right on the very first hole. Oh, wow. Wow. Just not a strong hit whatsoever. And even with the wind, all Lucy has to do is just stay inbounds, and she can easily win this. And oh, wow. It was a great shot on top of it, but she is closest to the hole. That means that Lucy, Lucky Lou, is going to move on. And Wendy Waterless, who had to be a favorite here because of the water surrounding the hole, is going to be eliminated. Next, we are going to move on to our next 2 competitors. And we will shuffle our deck here. And let's see who we end up with. It's going to be Manny Mulligan. Can take an extra tee shot with no penalty. Oh, that's a good one. And then Izzy Icewater. If the ball is resting on the lip of the hole halfway, it falls in. So Manny is going to be blue and Izzy will be red. Now in our last match, I just want to clear something up. Wendy Waterless went off the par 3. You're supposed to come back to the tee and re-hit it. We gave her a bit of a break because it was kind of close being off because of the wind. It would have came back possibly into the water. I thought it was kind of close, so I gave it to her. And basically, from there, we moved the ball out of the water with no penalty using her ability. She probably should have re-hit from there, but I think Lucy won, which was fair, and Wendy, well, you know, you got to hit the ball better. So Manny and Izzy are going to go now. Let's spin our thing here. Oh, the ball is going to move that way. It's going to slice. No, it's clear, so it's not going to affect anything. It is not going to affect at all. There'll be no movement. So we're going to go with Manny first. He is going to go and can take an extra tee shot with no penalty. Well, let's see if he likes his shot. No, he's going to take his extra tee shot with no penalty. Wow, that was some horrible thing. Now, because of my arm and the condition that some of the things I'm going through right now, because I can't feel this hand, I'm taking some liberties by being able to put my hand here, but you cannot have your finger resting up against the ball at all, so you have to actually flick. So let's see if Manny can get away with one here. Pretty much does. He's in the sand. I'm going to say that's more sand, and so that means we're going to be using our thumb with our non-dominant hand. I'm left-handed. And, oh, so close. So close. So that's 2. And, oh, almost on the lip there, which would have been a problem. If it hangs on the lip, you have to hit it all the way in so it's completely around. And he does for a par 3, barely. Barely. It's going to be Izzy's turn, so let's see how Izzy does. Here we go. Izzy lines up his ball. Let's see. And oh, that's a hole-in-one, and that's going to send Manny home. That's going to send Manny home. What a beautiful shot. Izzy will be moving on. What a fantastic shot. in our second round game. Another fantastic shot. Manny, nice try. You should have hit the ball a lot better on the first. Get on out of here, my brother. You are done. All right, our next crew here. We've got a couple of more matches, that's for sure. This is going to be our halfway match. Let's see who we got here. And it's going to be Donald Driver. Has a max fly of 8 from the tee box. From the tee box or fairway. Oh, okay. All right. And then Danny Diceman can re-roll weather die result and spin again if he doesn't like the wind or the weather. Wow. All right. Okay. Let's see how that works out. We got our grounds crew out here, just making sure everything's nice and tight here. As you can see, the components on this is just absolutely ridiculous and a must-have. So let's see. We're going to roll our die first. It's going to be sunny, so it's not even going to matter. There is no wind. Donald will be red, and then Diceman will be blue. We're going to have Diceman go first, since his ability really doesn't mean anything. Let's see if we can get another ace here. Let's see how it goes. That's not looking too good, and that's going to be in the water, and that's going to be a problem right there. According to the penalty, we're going to take a penalty shot here, and it is going to go to the closest spot here, which will be here. So he's going to be hitting for par right here. If he can get it in. Let's see if he can get it in. And he does. Wow. That was a lucky break for him. Even though he hit it into water, it came back to the closest edge, which just happened to be on the fairway. And it must hit again from the previous spot. If placing the ball when it crosses hazard causes the ball to move closer to the hole, the player must hit again from the previous spot. No. That was good. So I just wanted to make sure that we're doing it right. So he ends up parring with a par 3. Let's see what Donald Driver can do. Maybe he could just make this completely academic. That's kind of in between there. I'm going to say that ball is more on the fairway, so we're going to let that happen. If he hits this in, he'll be sending Danny Diceman home. Let's see if he can. That's kind of halfway there, so we're going to call that on the fairway here. All he needs to do is hit this in. Let's see how he does. Oh, he lipped it! He lipped it! Even though it's in the hole, it has to be in all the way, and it is for a par 3. We're going to have another hit off here, folks. Another hit off. I think Danny's going to go first. Okay, here we go with the playoff, and it is going to be Danny Diceman. Let's see what he could do. Maybe he can redeem himself. And that's a pretty good shot, folks. The game also comes with these fantastic markers. We haven't had to use them yet. But yeah, you could just kind of just mark it where it's got to go. There's tons of them here, so you can use it. And we're going to mark our ball because it's right on the edge there. And I'm going to say, yeah, it's right there. So I'm going to mark it right there. All right. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. Donald Driver, don't go off. You got to stand. And oh, I'm going to say that's going to go to Danny Diceman. I'm going to go with Danny Diceman on that one. I think he just barely beats him out there. Wow, what a playoff. Donald Driver is sent home. Goodbye, Donald. Thank you for coming by. Danny Diceman moves on, and we're halfway through our first day. Okay, our first part of this tournament. We're going to take off this little, wow, and it goes right back on, so you don't have to waste it. Look at that. That is cool. All right, and you get 4 different colors in here. The quality of this stuff is just off the charts. All right, our 4th match. Let's mix these up a little bit. It's going to be Han Woo Dean, and his ability is Choose the ability of any other active pro. Must announce it before hitting the tee shot. Oh, that's pretty cool. And Sean Sandelson, no penalty when hitting out of the sand. Sandelson, get it? He's going to be red. We're going to put Han as blue. And Han is going to go for the water penalty. Okay, we're going to just tighten this up. The groundskeepers here have been absolutely fantastic all weekend long as these competitors have been getting ready for this match. Let's start with a dice roll. No, we're going to get a little bit of wind here, folks. And it is coming back this way. Could be very interesting. Let's see how it works. All right. No water for Han. Let's see if that helps him at all. And wow. But it's going to come back 1. And he can only hit a maximum of 3. So that's going to be right there. The penalty there is the middle finger of the non-dominant hand. Max fly is 3. 1, 2, 3. So he can only go 3. Let's see how this works out for him. If he can get this birdie here. Oh, into the water. But he had the Wendy thing, and if it would move it closer to the hole, according to the par 3, if the ball lands in a water hazard off the tee shot on the par 3, it must be hit again from the tee with a penalty shot. Placing the ball where it crosses the hazard causes the ball to move closer to the hole. Must hit again from the previous spot. So he's going to take a penalty. He's going to be hitting for par here. Okay, and that's the way I'm reading the rules. Fantastic chart that comes with it. Beautiful, and shows you all the different sides that you're going to have. All right, here. Non-dominant hand again. Middle finger. That's going to be good. That's going to be 3. He's going to be hitting 4 here. And he's going to go in bogey. Not good at all. Good thing he didn't get a huge water penalty there, which could have been absolutely devastating. All right, so here we go. And, is that a 3? There was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, because we didn't take the penalty. That's right, because he had the water ability that he tried to take from whatchamacallit. So it's going to be Sean here. Let's see how Sean does. This is going to be crucial. He doesn't have to go crazy. He just has to get close. And nice. Onto the fairway. Perfect shot. He can birdie here and walk away with this. And he does. Fantastic job by Sean. Sean's going to be moving on. He is our 4th golfer, and Han, with all his special abilities and posing with the championship, you will not be walking out with the trophy, my friend. So he gets eliminated. All right. We've got 2 more matches here, folks. 2 more matches, and we're going to turn this one over. It's going to be Charles Clifford. Shot in cliffs, follow normal placement rules, but does not suffer a penalty. There's no cliffs here, so that's okay for him. Ralph Ruffinger. No penalty when hitting out of the rough. All right. We're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to take the ball out of the hole. We're going to put that there. We're going to see if we have any wind here. That's going to be sun. I did not invoke the penalty for it, but I don't think it would have moved enough to make a difference. Sunny, no wind. Got to remember to check the wind, folks. That's very important. We're going to have Ralph go first. So let's see what Ralph can do here. And right off the bat here. Oh, wow. Wow, that's a bad hit. In the sand, max fly zone is 4, so he can go to the green. But wait a minute, hold on. That's going to move that back. Okay, so this is going to be a tricky shot for him. Let's see how it. Oh no, there was no wind for this one. I was looking at that thing. Okay, so he's all right. He's right there. Can he get it? He's got to get this in to be competitive here. Just short. And going for par here. Oh, he lipped it. That's going to be a bogey 4. Could be tough for Ralph. If Charles can just play it really, really well here, he can walk away and move on in our championship. Here we go. Charles. No breeze. Oh, wow. Fantastic shot. All he has to do is just make it in here. And he does for a birdie. And that means Charles will be moving on here. And, well, it was rough for Ruffinger. Poor Ralph. Good luck, Ralph. There's always another tournament on the horizon. Our final match today is going to be between Tracy Treason, no penalty when hitting out of the trees, and Adrian Ace. Move ball that lands on the green, one ball space in any direction. Wow, that's interesting. Let's see if Ace can ace it, or Tracy can stay out of the trees. Tracy's going to go first here. Let's see how she makes out. And just here we go. Oh my, right into the water. The ball is placed where it first crossed. The par 3 exception. She's going to take a shot penalty, and she's going to have to hit it from the tee. Oh my, really bad for Tracy. She is now with a penalty. She would have been hitting 2, but she's hitting 3 now. She's got to ace it here, or to even. She has to par. She has to ace this to par. No. Now it's going to be hitting from the sand with a non-dominant hand thumb. Wow, what a disaster. That was 3, 4, and 5. Wow, unless Ace completely falls apart here, it looks like he'll be going on, and we're sorry, Tracy. There's nothing we can do about this. Here we go. Into the rough. It's any finger of the non-dominant hand. Okay, so here we go. He's just got to be nice and easy here. Here we go. And and it just tips in for a birdie. Fantastic job by Ace. He didn't ace it, but he birdied it. And that's enough to get him to move on. Fantastic. So, Tracy, thank you so much for coming by. But there is always another tournament. So there you go, our par 3 elimination to get down to our final 6 golfers. And from here, we've got Adrian Ace, Charles Clifford, Sean Sandelson, Danny Deisman, Izzy Icewater, and Lucy Lucky Lou. These 3 will be competing against each other in a 3-hole challenge, which will go over the weeks. We will have one competition because it will be 3 holes that they will play, and whoever has the best score out of this will move on. Now, the one with the lowest score, the player with the lowest score who wins will get a bye to the championship match. So they have to play very hard, and they are going to be trying to shoot some low scores on some very tough courses. All for the glorious and beautiful Table Golf Association trophy. All right, that's it for here. Let's go up top and talk a little bit about what's going on and how we're going to do things going forward, folks. This is a lot of fun. This is a game that you're definitely going to want to get your hands on. You can get this at Table Golf Association. It is in stock, and if you are looking for a better deal, I believe that they have it at, oh God, I'm just going to check here real quick, and we'll talk more about it up top, where you can get this game. I believe it's rockbottomgolf.com. You can get this game at a great price. This is a must-have. We'll talk more about it up top. Oh my God, that was a ton of fun. And you know, if it could have gone on, I think I messed up a couple of rules, or I forgot wind here and there. Listen, don't worry about it, okay? You know, you make your own rules. And when Wendy went off the first time, she should have went back to the tee and hit. But I think it worked out with Lucy moving on. So I was really happy with the way that went. We got it right later on in the matches. Some good shots, some really bad shots too. How about that ace, right? The other thing I really love is how if you don't hit it right, it could ring around that hole, and you think you're going in, and then it's just hanging on that lip, and it's just like real golf. If it's hanging on the lip, oh God, if only I was able to get a little bit more power. And then you just tap it in and move on. This game is a ton of fun. This tournament is going to be a ton of fun. And next week, it gets even better as we go into match play. And I'll show you all the different holes that you can create, the par fours, how inventive you can be, and how challenging this could be. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you'll stick with this tournament. This is going to be a blast as far as I'm concerned. And I really, really am enjoying this, and I highly suggest this. rockbottomgolf.com. Go get a copy. Go get a copy at Table Golf Association, and I believe they have other expansions and stuff like that. Become part of the movement. This is something special, created by a couple of people and illustrated by Rob Terrell. I think the art's fantastic, and this is something that you will have years of fun with. It's not going to be something, I'm tired of this dexterity game. Oh, this is flicking something. This is golf, folks. And golf is fun. And this is when I went and I looked and I wanted a couple other games, I said, something, this looks real interesting. And it was nothing like golf. This is everything that you could possibly want from a golf game. And I'm telling you right now, this is something special. So stick around. We're gonna have a ton of fun, and tournament next Thursday. Again, who's gonna win? Who's gonna move on? We'll decide who plays the first match next week. I'm going to be designing some very challenging and unique holes. You're going to want to be here as things get tougher, and our boy the Tiger will be back. And yes, it's that Tiger. So until next time, my friends, Table Golf Association, make sure you go pick it up. It's a fun game, and I'm having a blast with it. I love sports games. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.